Three, two, one. Happy 4th of July. I'm in the beautiful city of Huntington Beach slash Sunset Beach. And I came here and I'm a little bit disappointed because this is the state beach and it's closed to traffic. So I really, this whole like coronavirus stunt for the political reasons, it's honestly, I think more people are getting sick because of these restrictions, making people stay home, not going out and about. There's a guy who's looking in the trash right there. If you want to see, he's either looking for cans. You guys have not addressed the homeless issue. You guys expect people to trust you on a national emergency when you're unable to solve the homeless crisis. And what's funny is I was coming up with these ideas and ABC was begging people to come up and give them the ideas, and I just refused because I'm just so sick and tired of ABC and their bullshit news media network. Hi, hon. Said hi. You gotta say, people need to say hi to people, and be nice. Anyway, I came out because I'm looking for some action because I just can't get no satisfaction, just like Mick Jagger said. So the beach is closed, and today I'm wearing my game hat. Happy 4th of July. I'm in the West Coast. I'm in the beautiful city of Huntington Beach, and this is the state beach right in front of me, and that's closed. So people who wanted to bring their campers and be with their families and get outside and actually social distance in your camper, there's thousands of parking spaces in there, and they won't let you come inside. It's just horrible. You guys sit there and lie about the news, you lie about the history, you lie about the politics, you change your stories. And I understand, we have a president that sucks, but, when I hear Eric Swalwell sitting here wasting his time on impeaching Bill Barr and not reacting on the Kung Flu statements about what Donald Trump said, it just shows you how hideous and pathetic the Democrats are, and that they're just on a different mindset and level of sheer stupidity. Now, I was going to go to Newport Beach, but I don't feel like driving to another beach and then it's going to be closed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drive through this and make a U-turn and I'm going to go home. I was actually planning to go possibly to Carlsbad to the Stone Brewery today and pick up a couple of Stone breweries, but you guys want to close down the economy. Everyone and their mom's affected, and you guys don't tell the truth. You don't say anything about 5G. You guys are putting 5G up there because our phones are reacting differently, and I know you guys are putting up 5G, and you want to be nosy on all our information. You want to be nosy on people's, like, what they want to talk about and their friends and family, but you're unable to solve basic problems. I'm going to give it to you straight right here. When I heard that guy on the story say we go out and bomb countries, I wanted to say something and give a rebuttal about that, because some of those countries that got bombed, they deserved it. I'm not saying Iraq deserved to get bombed for not having anything to do with 9/11, but Saddam Hussein did. And they did interfere in our elections. And this is what I think. I think that the former president, Mr. Bush, knew that both Iran and Iraq were influencing our elections, supporting Bill Clinton. And when the attacks occurred, I think he had a freebie on Saddam Hussein. And there was nothing the Democrats could do about it because they had their hands in the cookie jar also. Now I'm going to make a U-turn because I drove to Huntington Beach to come to Huntington Beach. And I'm just really disappointed that I couldn't go in the sand. I wasn't planning on swimming today, but I wanted to go to the sand and get some sun. I came early to avoid the humanity But, you guys just lie, the Democrats. You lie about restrictions. Now you guys want to, in LA County, here's a county that we moved out of in 1987, Orange County. And it was the best move that ever happened to me. Because I couldn't imagine myself in LA County during this crisis. To fine people for not wearing masks, this is what it's all about. It's all about using 5G to make money. And health doesn't matter. Your health, they don't care about your health. Because if they cared about your health, 5G would be going underground and there would be different ways to be doing it. Instead, they care about their download speed for some stupid movie that no one cares about. So I'm going to come back here. I was planning to go to my favorite Jack in the Box. Now you're going to say, oh, those people weren't wearing masks. So what? People, if they're not with the fever, then they're okay. They're not going to get other people sick if they're not sick. And people that are sick are going to stay home. They know it. Look at this. These poor kids are wearing a mask. He's breathing in his own breathe. That's not right. Do you think that's right? A kid wearing a mask? I mean, come on, Garcetti. I know your county is over there, but you really think that that's right for a kid to be wearing a mask? That his whole family's terrified that he's going to get sick? He's not going to get sick from this virus. And he's not going to give it to grandma either. Just horrible. In fact, that mask is probably making him more sick than he would be if he's not wearing the mask. Just absolutely disappointing. Just the Democrats. The fact that they're unable to solve the homeless crisis. And I'm going to get back to that. Before the economy collapsed, I had an idea that was going to solve the homeless crisis. And I didn't submit the idea, but I submitted the proposal that I had the idea. And of course, you guys don't care about when I have the idea. You want the credit. You want the proposal. You want it in your name to be like you're the one that solved the problem. And that's why I didn't give you the proposal, because I know what kind of assholes you are, especially at Channel 7 and your field reporters that pretty much are doing PBS, public service announcements. I could get that stuff online. Now look at this. The whole Huntington Beach at Sunset Beach is closed. Horrible. I guess you could walk to the sand, but you have to park your car. No parking, tow away, so you can't park there. I mean, this is the 4th of July in Huntington Beach where they closed the beach over there. This is the residential parking. So anyone that parks here is pretty much parking at a residence guest parking if they park here. So, like I was getting back to the homeless crisis, you guys cannot solve the homeless crisis. You don't have an idea to solve the homeless crisis, but I did, and I do. And I am holding that book, and I'm not going to give it to you. You want to know why? Because I would rather you come up with a similar or better idea, and you're not going to. So the longer I hold on to that proposal, the stupider you guys look by not having a proposal yourself. Bottom line is, I was going to get these people back to work, and I was going to give them all paychecks. But you guys aren't smart enough to help the people in the homeless crisis. And I was addressing this, I think, 2 years ago. So we're in Huntington Beach, in Sunset Beach, where it's closed. So you imagine the homeless crisis now when people aren't working, people aren't qualifying for the money that they would get from the government, and it's the beginning of the month and people want their rent. The renters aren't going to be nice and let people stay for free, so you're going to start seeing people every month in the beginning of the month, gradually more and more and more people unable to afford their rent. And that's what's going to happen. Then for the people that do have money and are not working, that are stuck at home, not producing money, they're going to be wasting their money and their savings money until they spend all their money. So what you're doing is the economy is not producing as Donald Trump is saying it's producing. Yeah, there were a lot of jobs that were created in that month, but that's showing you how hungry people are. That's showing you that people who lost their jobs had to reinvent themselves. Younger people can go and work at Target or Walmart. And that's what you're doing. You're forcing people to do jobs that they don't want to do, but they have to do. That's not a growing economy. That's an Obama economy. That's the economy that I was doing during the Obama years. Doing jobs that I just really didn't want to do, but I had to because I needed the money. And you guys just rip off our money and those paychecks so much. To think that our choice is Joe Biden and Donald Trump. And Donald Trump makes me laugh because everyone in his campaign is coming up with the coronavirus. I don't know if it's in the White House, if it's in the spaceship, if it's in the time machine. I don't know what's going on with that campaign. But everyone's drinking the Kool-Aid, and it seems like they got a campaign donation that they've upgraded. They're spiking their Kool-Aid from light beer now to regular beer. So they're not at IPA yet, and they're not drinking champagne, but we are not able to go to the beach. It's the 4th of July. It's very, very, very hot today. And it's about 10 degrees cooler here in Huntington Beach. Happy 4th of July! God bless you! Just the nicest people here in the kind city. I came here because today's Support Your Business Day. So I wanted to actually keep going down to the other side. I'm on the north side of Huntington Beach. This is Sunset Beach. And the south side is where all the action is. This is where the Sunset part, it used to be called Sunset Beach, but Huntington annexed it. Sunset wasn't very happy about it. But the patrol now is from the Huntington Beach Patrol. Long Beach is the next city that way. So, what they should do in LA is change their gloves during the testing. I had a friend that was talking about that, and I explained to him that this is why it's happening in the CCP, that these numbers are just gnarly because they're in long lines getting tested, and the doctors are not changing their gloves. And he talked about that happened, and he requested a different doctor to do his tests, and he was adamant about it. So I'm not sure really how and why these numbers are going up, but in my opinion, it's because the Dr. Fauci news is not being honest about this whole deal. And there are ways that we can eat our way through it with diet that might be able to conquer some of this, at least if you're in a certain age group. But the last thing Donald Trump wants to talk about is diet. Now, yesterday I did a music show during the 3 to 9 o'clock hour, and I was absolutely rocking without those commercials. And that's how I felt. And I want to let you know that I appreciate all the listeners. I'm going to take a couple weeks off doing the music show because I was kind of doing all my music shows to prep for that music show. And that's funny, he just stopped. And that show last night, we had the Kool-Aid machine outside in South Dakota. I felt bad for the governor, but I noticed she wasn't clapping like everyone else was. I'm sure she's just as embarrassed as all the other Republicans. So, yeah, the state beach is closed. All these parking. They're going to blame people for coming to the beach that they're passing the coronavirus. Where last night, everybody was just saying, F you, and they were all partying. Now, I don't agree with partying at the houses with a bunch of people when you're closed in, and that's what's going to end up happening. The more restrictions that you give people, the more they're going to go underground, and that's how they're getting sick. That's my opinion. Just like the parties last night, there was probably 20 people at that party, one of my neighbor's houses, and they were rocking till 6 in the morning. I personally didn't like it, that there was that many people, and there was all kinds of drama. I loved hearing the fireworks all night from all the different people. I'm just not sure why these numbers are going up and why we're not being told. Now I'm at 15 minutes. This is Jamestown, California on YouTube and on Twitter, Jamestown Calif. I'm going to keep the take right there. Give a quick special 4th of July shout out to Chris Wallace, and the Fox Sunday Report will be hosted by Emanuel. That is take one.